Hi, everyone. Again, my name is Zoe Ziliak Michelle. I am the Supervisor of Academic Programs for the MA in European Studies at the Walsh School of Foreign Service at Georgetown University. And to start off with, you might be wondering, well, why should I listen to you? Who are you, right? So I have 10 years of experience in graduate school administration, much of it involving admissions. I worked for several years at the University of California, San Diego in their graduate division, including on admissions. And the University of California, you may know, is a very large and well-regarded, perhaps the most prestigious, public university system on the West Coast of the United States. And now I work at Georgetown University, which is a highly prestigious private university on the East Coast of the United States in Washington, D.C. So I've done public and private in very different parts of the country. And also I've been on the other side of the table. I've been where you are. I've earned my PhD at the University of Florida, which means that I successfully applied to several graduate programs and was granted admission. So I have been through the process myself. All right, so before you start applying, once you have identified those programs you want to apply to, let's say if you're doing a master's program, you might apply to 4, 5, or 6 programs. If you're doing a PhD, you might apply to 7, 8, or 9. Once you have narrowed your list down, before you start working on your application, you want to contact professors in those programs. So let me see. Can you see my web browser now, or are you still seeing my PowerPoint?
We are still seeing the PowerPoint right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop share and then I have to reshare. All right, so let's say you wanted to attend our MA in European Studies at Georgetown. What you would start by doing is going here to the faculty listing, and every graduate program will have a listing of their faculty online. And you wanna read through the bios of the different faculty. And let's say that when you read through Professor Anna von der Goltz's bio, you say, oh, you know what? She's the perfect person for me to work with. I'm so excited to work with her. This is who I want to write to. So you write to her using the email address here. And you say, dear Professor von der Goltz, my name is so-and-so, and I'm thinking about applying to the MA in European Studies. I'm doing my undergraduate at this university, majoring in this. I'm attaching my CV. And I'm excited to work with you because I see that your recent book was on right-wing student protesters in 1968, and I'm also interested in student movements in the mid-20th century. And then she'll write back and she'll say, oh, I'm so glad to hear from you. We look forward to seeing your application. And you really want to do this with at least one professor for every one of the programs you're applying to, okay? Because it's good to establish connections with the professors and show that you're a serious applicant. Then you might wish to visit or e-visit the programs that you are applying to. And almost all graduate programs are welcome applicants to come visit. So if you happen to be in Washington, D.C., you could write to me and I would set up a visit where you would meet with faculty and current students and sit in on a course. And that lets you get a feel for whether you are really a good fit for this program and we're the right one for you to choose. If you're not traveling, which is probably the case for many of you still. These days, we've gotten very good at setting up e-visits, so we can go via Zoom and have you still meet with faculty, meet with current students, and still kind of get to know the program. That's not required. The way I would say contacting professors is pretty much required, but it's a good idea. You may also wish to connect with current students. Our website does list our current graduate students, and many, though not all graduate programs, will list their current graduate students on their website. And if they do, you can connect with them via LinkedIn and maybe ask them some questions. Very important, do not spam every university in the United States. Do not write an email that says, dear sir or madam, I am so excited to join your graduate program. We can tell that this is not personalized, you have not done your research, you are not a serious applicant, and we will not respond. You need to always be making it personalized. Dear Professor von der Goltz, I'm excited to join the MA in European Studies at Georgetown University for this specific reason. Then we're happy to respond. But at UC San Diego, I once got an email from someone talking about how he wanted to join our graduate program in architecture. UC San Diego does not even have a graduate program in architecture. That's how little research he had done. So of course I didn't respond to that. But when you send us personalized emails, we absolutely will respond.